Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again to Kongolais in Action. This is the headquarters of Kongolais in Action projects, around 5 hectares of arable lands that we're gonna use here, a variety of sustainable development. So today, basically, we have been on fire because of the innovations among activities in Congolese in action. Last time you watched a wind farm with fresh meat, infrastructures in that empty plot of land we told you that was the beginning. So we're moving forward with innovations into innovation. What is happening on the ground today? It's a water irrigations of around 75 score of water irrigations. Congolese in action talked about African communities starting in the Democratic Republic of the Congo with many arable lands, but people are still needing water, drinking water. Congolese in actions with Avande Onan, with the fund donor, Jeff Tupo. They committed to go through water supplies with that water irrigations. They bought that machine with an advanced technology to dig water for a dip in the arable lands. And that water supplies, the water irrigation is ready to supply water in the neighboring villages and the neighboring cities close by, but also in the headquarters. Because with the drinking water, so they can fight against poverty in a rural community, in a rural environment where people are very poor. They are not able to provide themselves water, drinking water. But with water irrigations, so they can use every single thing that they need close by and across the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Congolese in actions is moving forward. Congolese in action sky the rockets. Congolese in action with water irrigations, it's like life through water. Water, it's available here in the headquarters. No matter the empty space that you can watch, but in the next days. So you're gonna find the ability of water supplies in terms of facilities in the middle of that jungle. In days to come with Congolese in actions, so you can have too much opportunity to supply water across the parts of rural environment of Kinshasa, the capital city of the DRC. Congolese in action with fresh meat, with egg, harvest, crops, public transportation, hospital, schools, a lot of developing initiatives for Congolese people, for African people, why not across the world? Because Congolese in action is targeting export and import food. Congolese in actions is going to provide work for those young boys. Yeah, Mr. Jeff Dubo, we select that sample of unemployed Congolese workforce ready to work in Congolese in action. They speak local language, Lingala, but we're going to interpret for you guys to figure out how they are committed.
Nazozela awa mpona misala ebanda banto bazwa musala tala batere eza minene awa makambo mosusu tozomona toza na souffrance mais tozomona ezokoka te mais awa ndenge basali boye banto bakobanda kotoka bamayi place oyo banto bakomela mpona batere eza place oyo mayi eza te eloko eza te président aye kobimisa mouvement na ye tozomona awa soki bokomi tokozwa musala kaka.
This is Messendaya on my right side. He said, with water irrigations is an opportunity, a huge opportunity for the community close by. And they are expecting job, they're expecting employment since people suffer a lot for the lack of work. And they believe in that project They believe in water irrigations, that all the rural areas close by will benefit from water irrigation. And he said a million thanks to Mr. Jeff Tupu and Afane Onan. They said you don't wait to join them in Africa for providing work, providing employment to the jobless people they are.
Banjala ka esimba biso fone to zabo to zonyo ka mana banjala to zolwa kana ne sobeneza la to zo musala potolia musala pe monati to zolu kisaka ne to moni bino to zoze pe bo pese biso time ke potolia siko to san tabiso ba to zonyo ka kana banjala.
And this is Emmanuel. He said he's a hunter. He used to work in the middle of the jungle for the lack of work. So he used to kill the animals to bring food to his family. But with the coming of water irrigation and Kongolais in action headquarters, he said it's a blessing for the community. They will get work, they will get job, and it can be financially independent because of Kongolais in action. And he said, Mr. Jeff Tupu, the fund donor, with your partner Afane Onan, don't wait to come and start investing in Kongolais in action after Winter Farm with a variety of developing initiatives.
Nasepelina na eloko pera sali pisingana banu mwanet kufana boye musala moko ikosala mati mendenge machine déjà bandi ko fore mai na moni ke père déjà zui pa ya liboso po ndenga ko Koma boye yango to kosepela pe na misala nyonso akosala biso pe tolinga to souhaiter na bienvenue na o nyonso sali misala nyonso aya nango ba jeune bazo ebele bazo luka pe misala ngo ezomona te ma de a de ore ya ye soki akomi na moni ke tokozwa misala pe na biso bato zofana tozotala mabele toyebi ke goya na ende tokosepela nde.
This is Ns'ele Bakala. He said is the pioneer of security guard in the headquarters of Kongolais in action. And it thank and congratulate at the same time Mr. Jeff Tupu with Afande Onan for the initiative since the start, since the plot of land was very empty, since they come with the cornerstone of Kongolais in action headquarters. It can congratulate only both of you guys for the initiative and the work that things are moving forward. And it thank you guys for water irrigation, since he said there are too many young boys as him. Only they are away. This is only a sample, according to Mr. Ns'ele. But he said, don't wait. Don't wait to come. Don't wait to come and come to help your community. No matter the race, color, red, pure race, all are mankind. Thank you. And I think that Mr. Afane Onan and Jeff Tupu, with all the family, nuclear and extending family watching us through that video, you have been watching us in the headquarters of Kongolais in action. Last time was with Winter Farm, and today we came specially for water irrigation. Those machines, that machine belong to Kongolais in action, is to address the issue of drinking water. And those young boys are still expecting work since they are jobless. And they encourage the initiative. They back up the initiative. They only said they are anxious to see the beginning of business to provide solutions to Kongolais communities and across Africa. Thank you. Jobless, they need work, but they're ready to work, but they need work. With Kongolais in actions, it's a matter of millions and thousands of job opportunities. With Kongolais in actions, those people close to me, they will get job. They will be able to feed their family. They will be able to supply food for the community. They will be able to be independent financially, and they will be able to be useful for the mankind across the world. And for this, you have to say a million thanks to Mr. Jeff Tupu for its commitment to work for Africa as a fine donor, to provide money, to provide means. Today we have that big investment with water irrigations, and it's costly those machines. Many people close by used to walk kilometers to collect water for the lack of water irrigations. But with innovations inside Kongolais elections, that phenomenon is going to the hands. It's reaching the hands since Kongolais elections is ready to supply water around that city. And also a big thanks to Mrs. Christine Tupo, has a beloved wife of Mr. Jeff Tupo, was really providing piece of information that really back that project in the headquarters. They rely on Kongolese workforce. They rely on Mr. Afane Onan initiative. That with that, they can be a solutions for African people, a solutions for Congolese people, a solutions for those who need water, drinking water. And also a big thanks to the young brother of Jeff Tupu. This is Mr. Ben Tupu, a very big architecture, is willing to work for Africa, willing to work for DRC. Mr. Ben Tupu, we do encourage you. This is the land of the opportunity with all the kind of talented young boy, a talented youth, but they need job, they need opportunities. With your experience in infrastructures, with the company that you're running over the past years, South Pow Construction in New Zealand, those knowledge, the experience that you have, you can bring them in the Kongolais in Action headquarters. We're very happy, not be surprised, in a short time to find millions of employment provided by Kongolais in Actions. Not be surprised to find the bridge, to find gas stations, to find out public transportation, to find out hospital, to find out hotel, mostel, schools, all the social facilities in Kongolais in Actions. This is the headquarters, but the headquarters just paving the way for other investment of Kongolais in Actions. All the Congolese people, all the Congolese communities that we're trying to interview, Mr. Jeff Tupo and Mrs. Afane Onan, they're so thankful to that initiative, mostly in that period of crisis, economic crisis, after the outbreak, coronavirus. And with that kind of water irrigations, it's warmly welcome for Congolese development. Thank you very much. Thank you for that will to work for Congolese development. Thank you, Mr. Jeff Tupu. Thank you once more again to Mrs. Christine Tupu. And we say million thanks to Mr. Ben Tupu. Let your company, South Pow Construction, be blessed. And thank you very much to Mr. Afane Onan. You are Congolese originated. And we thank all the people we're working with you close by. And thank you for your initiative. Thank you for selecting Congolese community for the implementation of Kongolais in Action headquarters. And a very good thank to Mrs. Julia Anan. You are close to Mr. Afane Onan, and you are the beloved wife of Mr. Afane Onan. We thank you, Mrs. Julia, for encouraging your husband to work for Africa. Africa is a promising land. Africa hold the future. Africa is the revelation for the world. Thank you. See you next.